One thing that's interesting about being kind of a recovering technologist in the marketing space, and this is something that you just kind of talked about as well, it's not like some other practice areas where you go learn a thing and then you know it. Like if you're an accountant, you pretty much, you shouldn't be doing creative accounting.
Right,
Right?
exactly,
I mean,
exactly.
you could, but I don't think you should.
You follow the code, you follow the book. Then, if you're an
Right.
accountant, right?
Right,
Exactly. Yeah.
right. And there's certain things, but when you get into the technology mark, like this stuff is always changing, the way that you interact, the technology, like all of that, and you have to constantly be learning. It's
Absolutely.
difficult to ever say I'm an expert at it, right? It's more of like
Absolutely.
I
In fact, the
practiced it a
one
lot,
Yeah, in
so
fact,
I've seen a lot of
the one
things.
thing I say to our people, Eric, all the time on the topic of change is it's not the smartest who succeed, it's not the fastest who succeed. In our ecosystem, probably like yours, it is the ones that adapt to change that succeed. So we have to be nimble. Salesforce is innovating at the pace of light, right? I mean, they are
Right.
going fast in staying ahead, staying abreast of technology, acquiring companies. And if we don't innovate by their side or innovate in our services or adaptation or be nimble and constantly adapting to change, we wouldn't be able to be a successful company. So it's not the fast, it's not the smartest, but it's the ones that adapt to change that are successful in our ecosystem. And that's what we live by every day, Eric.
So talk to me. I do want to get to your sort of, because that Wednesday thing feels like it's part of your culture. So we'll talk a
Yeah.
little bit about how you, because you said that was really important. But let's talk about culture in just a second. For those that may not be familiar, tell me what Salesforce Marketing Cloud might include, or like how I would be using Marketing Cloud in a way to move my business forward. So if you, I know it is a product, but if I'm a business or I'm someone kind of listening to this and thinking about, okay, well, I have Salesforce, I don't really know what Marketing Cloud is or what it does for me. What would you tell me that kind of part of the ecosystem is?
Yeah, exactly right. So, I mean, I think, Marketing Cloud, simplest way, and I might get a little geeky here, so I apologize,
That's
but
okay. I can
I
take
actually,
geeky.
yeah, absolutely. I actually say Marketing Cloud, to me, is the best last mile execution engine there is out there, right? At the top, if you sort of put a canvas together, Marketing Cloud is the best last mile execution engine. Why is it awesome to be the best last mile execution engine? Because there's tremendous responsibility in Marketing Cloud on the marketers and service providers and consulting firms and SIs like us. Why is that? There's a tremendous amount. There is a data barrage. There's an influx of data. There is an influx of customer records out there. There's an influx. There is a surplus, I would say, of integration tools out there. Customers can go to a POS system, can come through a POS system, can be sitting in an abandoned shopping cart, can be my loyalty data might sit somewhere else. My CRM data, my as I call it, my database of nouns and database of verbs. My first name, last name, email might sit in a database somewhere, but my database of verbs, my actions that I take or the purchases that I do might sit in a separate database somewhere. And that purchase might be in a store, on a phone call, or by doing it online. And you've got to be able to track me, tag me for doing all the right things. Tracking and tagging sounds wrong, but if I'm to engage you in the smartest manner, there's a lot to be done there and learned about you. So what we do is it is Marketing Cloud's responsibility and our responsibility as service providers to help you understand your data sources, your disparate data sources, bring them all together, help you integrate some of your third-party systems. And if you're talking about Eric, who is a subscriber, who's just bought a product, it is our job to take in all that disparate data sources and make a golden record out of Eric. So we now understand Eric, not just first name, last name, database of nouns, but Eric's actions. Eric flies from Atlanta while I fly from Boston Logan. I'm a platinum member. Eric is a titanium member. And Eric's preferences are different, far different than mine are. Or I'm here in the buying cycle. So how do we take all of that data, make a golden record for Eric in the platform? And now, once we've got all of that data brought together, data put together, third-party systems integrated, how do we create phenomenal campaigns that not just say, Dear Eric, but kind of go on to, Dear Eric, here's your card number, and everything I see in my email versus Eric's email is far different because my buying habits, my preferences, my flying habits, my behavior is far different than Eric's, right? So to engage the customer, we call it the 4 R's, right? Right channel, right message, right time, and at the right speed, if you will.